Control. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Rolling. Just all that. 100%. No. The phone is at 100%. Fully charged. There you go. Wow.
You got cold drink there now, Cat?
Drink. Drink.
unsolved mysteries.
He was TV's first superhero. In the 1950s, George Reeves achieved overnight stardom as a legendary Man of Steel. Then suddenly it was over. Reeves was found shot to death in his home, and ever since the question has haunted Hollywood. Who killed Superman? In Fairfield, California, a team of police officers dispatched to arrest a suspected...
Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries.
He was TV's first superhero. In the 1950s, George Reeves achieved overnight stardom as a legendary Man of Steel. Then suddenly it was over. Reeves was found shot to death in his home, and ever since the question has haunted Hollywood. Who killed Superman? In Fairfield, California, a team of police officers dispatched to arrest a suspected drug dealer walked straight into an ambush. Toledo, Ohio, 1963. A tragic accident leaves 3 young children motherless. Within days, Tina Sheets is separated from her little brothers. More than 30 years later, Tina is still searching, still hoping to find them. It was one of nature's mysterious wonders, the birth of a pure white buffalo calf. Almost immediately, a small Wisconsin farm was transformed into a revered shrine for Native Americans. Is the arrival of the miracle buffalo the fulfillment of an ancient prophecy? Join me for these fascinating new stories and much more on tonight's edition of Unsolved Mysteries.
He's got some. He's giving it to the guy.
Okay, the deal's going down. It's the male white and the black Chrysler. We get 2 units to stay on him when he leaves.
February 1989. Acting on a tip, detectives from the Oakland, California Police Department stake out a liquor store parking lot.
All right, Ramirez is backing out.
Okay, Ramirez is out.
Sure enough, a suspected drug dealer named Roberto Ramirez had set up a sale. Roberto Ramirez was no ordinary dealer. He allegedly distributed cocaine from Oakland to L.A. The word was that Ramirez would do absolutely anything to turn a dime.
He would often deal out of his house, but most often meet people at different locations. He'd often have his children, 2 small children, grammar school age, carry the cocaine in backpacks and bring it to the buyers that way.
After obtaining a search warrant, police converged on Ramirez's home in Fairfield, California, some 40 miles north of Oakland.
I want everybody to make sure they got one in the chamber and their safeties are off.
A total of 12 Oakland and Fairfield officers were in on the raid. But would Ramirez come easy, or would he get stubborn and make it tough on everybody? Officer Mark Burrell, Oakland PD.
My assignment was to pry the iron grate on the front door. The safest entry that we make is a quick entry. It gives the people inside less time to prepare, and normally we catch them in that surprise mode.
Detective Mark Smith, Fairfield PD.
My position was to cross in front of the house, then I would cover the window and the side of the house for anybody trying to flee or any attack coming from outside the window, through the front window.
1:42 a.m. Showtime.
Police officer, search warrant, open the door!
¡Policías, abre la puerta!
Police officer, search warrant, open the door!
¡Policías, abre la puerta!
Ramirez's silence was a challenge, loud and clear. Come and get me. At that instant, Ramirez appeared at a side window.
Everybody hold your fire!
Two officers fell. Severely injured, Detective Smith had to be dragged from the line of fire. Officer Burrell took refuge under Ramirez's window.
Hold your fire, I'm coming out! Right, it's clear.
I took a physical check of myself. My legs worked. I was clear thinking. My left arm didn't work. My shoulder was numb.
Go, 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 get him out, get him out!
But the other officer wasn't so lucky. Detective Smith was bleeding profusely. He was evacuated through a neighbor's house to a waiting ambulance.
Hang in there, you'll be all right. Watch the door. Go back. Go.
Roberto, sal de la casa. Sal para afuera. Roberto, sal de la casa. Sal para...
Still, Ramirez wouldn't budge. Reinforcements from 8 other police departments had filled out the ranks. Now 30 heavily armed officers surrounded the house.
He's coming out. Okay, he's coming out.
After a 2-hour standoff, Roberto Ramirez finally emerged. True to form, he cowered behind his wife, 8 months pregnant, and their children ages 10 and 6.
Señora, camina adelante. Señora, camina adelante. Véngase para acá.
When Ramirez came outside, there was a lot of tension. He had shot 2 of our police officers, and he had a lot of time to think about what he had done.
Volteate a la derecha. Date una vuelta a la derecha.
Anything can happen. You don't know what's going through their mind at that point.
No te muevas. Quédate quieto.
Roberto Ramirez was arrested on 2 counts of attempted murder and a laundry list of drug and assault charges. A bail bond of more than $500,000 in California real estate was enough to spring Ramirez from jail. In June of 1990, shortly before a court date, the couple packed up their children and dropped from sight. They are still on the run, but the damage they inflicted lingers on.
I was shot through the upper left arm. It was basically in and out. It severed the nerves in my left arm and left me with no feeling, although I have strength and muscle flexibility in the arm. I just don't have any feeling.
I remember muzzle flashes. My next memory, I felt like I'd been punched in the stomach or hit with a baseball bat in the stomach. I can't pronounce most of the things that it damaged, but it was most of the internal organs in my abdomen. The bullet went completely through most of the intestines and the kidney, liver, and lodged. It stopped on the opposite side of my body, just under the skin in my back. I'm always going to have the scars and the pain and all from it, but it would give me some satisfaction if he was caught and was in jail serving his time and paying for what he's done.
Roberto Ramirez is 38 years old. He is a heavy-set 5'6", 210 pounds. He should be considered armed and dangerous. Last Friday, the lines at the phone center were swamped with calls from our viewers. Let's quickly go to Keely Shea Smith to see what happened.
For the past 2 weeks, the nation's attention has been focused on the tragic murder of 27-year-old Linda Sobek. Sobek's body was found here in a shallow grave at this spot in the Angeles National Forest outside Los Angeles. Sheriff detectives now fear her murder may be connected to an unsolved homicide we profiled on an earlier broadcast. The remains of the victim in that case were also found in this area. Linda Sobek was a successful model and former Los Angeles Raiders cheerleader whose disappearance on November 16th left her family and friends frantic. This man, photographer Charles Rathbun, has claimed that Linda Sobeck died in a freak car accident during a photo shoot. Then, in a state of panic, he buried her in the Angeles National Forest. Days later, with the help of Rathbun, Linda Sobeck's body was recovered, but initial reports from the coroner's office seemed to indicate that Linda's injuries were not consistent with being hit by a car. Charles Rathbun has been charged with first-degree murder and is being held on $1 million bail. According to the authorities, he is now a suspect in the death of another model, Kimberly Pandelios, whose story we aired last year. March 3rd, 1993, again in the Angeles National Forest. The LA County coroner was called to investigate a possible murder site. A partial set of skeletal remains had been discovered. When the coroner checked dental records of missing persons in the Los Angeles area, he found a match. The remains were identified as those of 20-year-old Kimberly Pandelios, a model and actress who had disappeared a year before. Kimberly was married and had a 14-month-old son. On February 27, 1992, Kimberly had told her husband that she was scheduled to do an outdoor photo shoot. Authorities believe she responded to an ad in a local paper. The next day, her burned-out car was found near the Monte Cristo campground section of the Angeles National Forest. A search of the immediate area turned up no clues. Another year would pass before Kimberly's remains were found, a few miles from the spot where Linda Sobeck was buried.
We do have some similarities between the death of Kimberly Pandelios and Linda Sobeck. We also have a person who has come forward and indicated that they saw Kimberly Pandelios in the company of Charles Rathbun inside a Denny's restaurant shortly before her murder.
Two blonde models on photo shoots, two bodies found in the Angeles National Forest, two victims with known or reported ties to photographer Charles Rathbun. Despite the similarities, the LA County Sheriff's Department believes it is too soon to positively connect the two cases.
Good girl. Chew it.
Hiya, Scratch Master.
Hello, Scratch Master. Well, she's had a treat. She's in bed.
April 6, 1963. A highway under construction. A young single mother hurrying home to her 3 small children. In the blink of an eye, disaster. "26-year-old Patricia Lamoran of Toledo, Ohio, was killed instantly. A few miles away, Patricia's children waited patiently and unknowingly at the home of their great-aunt.
Accident investigators believe she lost control of the car along a section of the highway under construction.
That evening, the flickering images on the television brought the tragedy home.
Look, there's Mom's car on TV.
Suddenly, they were motherless. Patricia's 1-year-old son, Craig, nicknamed Chipper, 2-year-old Christopher, Chrissy for short, and 4-year-old Tina.
The day before was my brother Chrissy's 2nd birthday, and I remember the birthday cake and the people at the party. And my next memory goes immediately to my aunt on the phone crying.
Tina had only the vaguest notion that something terrible had happened. She had no idea that she and her brothers were about to be split up forever. Chrissy and Chipper were eventually handed over to foster care. Tina was uprooted as well. Lonely and confused, she left her great-aunt's home to live with her grandparents.
I do remember once my grandparents took custody of me that I was very upset and could not understand why my mother and my brothers were gone. I felt as though I was bad, that I had done something terribly awful for all this to happen to me, and for everybody to have been taken from me. As I grew up, I missed not having Chrissy and Chipper there. I knew that they were somewhere and that I wanted to be with them, but it was out of my control as to where any of us went. And the older I got, the more I knew I had the ability to find them.
Tina started looking when she was 16.
It's the address of the foster home.
Her great aunt gave her the first clues.
Where they live? No, that's the place where they were taken. I don't know what happened to them after that.
Tina found the house, only to learn that Chrissy and Chipper's foster parents had moved. She then went door to door, hoping the neighbors could help.
Hello.
Hi, I'm trying to locate a family that used to take in foster kids. I believe they lived next door to you about 15 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was a family that they had lots of foster kids over there, yeah.
I'm trying to find my two brothers. Their names were Chipper and Chrissy, and I believe they lived with her for a while.
I remember those two, yes. They're cute little boys, yeah.
You remember them?
Oh, I remember. It was a long time ago, though. Sindel, her name was Doris Sindel.
Doris Sindel?
Yes. I think she's a nurse.
Tina was elated. She finally had a name. She was only a phone call away from locating her long-lost brothers. She never imagined it would take another 8 years to track down Doris Sindel and make that call.
When I first told her who I was, I asked her if she ever lived in Toledo, and she said yes. And I asked her if she was ever a foster parent, and she said yes. And I told her I believed that she had fostered my brothers, and she said, "My babies, Chrissy and Chipper," and I nearly fell off of my chair.
Doris had mothered Chrissy and Chipper for almost 2 years. She loved them as her own, until they were adopted by a couple from Michigan.
Tina, I've been waiting for you, hon.
Tina visited Doris as soon as she could. She wanted to hear every detail.
This was taken at Deer Park.
Doris gave Tina a glimpse into the life she might have shared with her brothers.
You see it there. In this picture,
Doris had saved everything, the home movies, the photographs, even the boys' tiny bow ties.
These are the actual ties. When I handed her the bow ties, I had no intentions of letting her keep those bow ties. But I didn't have the heart to take them back because she looked with them with such loving care, and she couldn't speak. She cried.
It just felt as they had actually worn these. I was that much closer to them. I just wanted to be able to be with them.
Coming up, one of Hollywood's most intriguing mysteries. Was George Reeves, TV Superman, killed by an irate husband? But first, we'll take you to Wisconsin, where the birth of a rare white buffalo calf turned a small farm into a spiritual mecca. 150 years ago, the buffalo ruled the western plains, 30 million strong, proud masters of a vast, uncharted land. But today, the Great Plains are virtually empty. Just 130,000 of those majestic creatures remain. Most are on ranches or farms, such as this one in Janesville, Wisconsin. Dave Hyder and his wife Valerie have been breeding buffalo since 1989. But nothing could have prepared Dave for the remarkable events of August 20th, 1994. That morning, he went out to check on a pregnant cow. What he discovered would change his life and his farm forever.
Well, I headed out into the pasture trying to find this cow, and I found her on the eastmost corner of the pasture. The cow stood up and the calf stood up, and she was in the shade, and the calf looked funny colored, real strange colored, like a gray. The cow walked out into the sunlight, and the calf followed her. I could not believe what I was looking at. She was as white could be, as white as snow.
It was nature at its most glorious and unpredictable. The odds were 1 in 10 million, a white non-albino buffalo calf. Fittingly, the hiders named her Miracle. As news of the extraordinary calf spread, the hiders were besieged by members of the Lakota Sioux Nation. To the Lakotas, Miracle was a profound gift, a fulfillment of an ancient prophecy. Almost overnight, the farm was transformed into a religious shrine.
They came from all over the world here. They would call from all over the world. We had telephone calls every 3 minutes from 6:30 in the morning to 11:30 at night.
At one period, we had 2,300 people through our driveway in a 5-hour length of time. And it was wall-to-wall people constantly. It was like a wave that never ended.
Initially, the hiders were confounded by all the commotion. But as a flood tide of visitors continued, Dave and Valerie soon learned the full significance of the white buffalo calf. This rare animal is at the heart of a hallowed legend, handed down by the Lakota Sioux for some 600 years. Arvil Looking Horse of the Cheyenne River Reservation is a spiritual leader of the Lakota Nation. He is responsible for passing on the story of the white buffalo calf to the next generation.
There was a time when the white buffalo calf woman, she came to the people 19 generations ago. And
according to the legend, 2 scouts were sent out during a great famine to search for the buffalo herd. As they crested one rise, they spied a lone white buffalo calf. It was an amazing sight. The braves watched in awe as a calf magically transformed into a beautiful young maiden. Four days later, the white buffalo calf woman appeared again to the entire tribe. She bore a sacred pipe and a code of laws, as important to the Lakota as the 10 Commandments are to Western religions. The maiden promised that she would return once more in 600 years as a white buffalo calf to usher in a period of peace and harmony.
I was told 19 generations ago, she came when the cherries are deepest red or black, and that's would be the last week in August, and that's when 19 generations later, this white buffalo calf is being born.
But if Miracle is the reincarnation of the white buffalo calf woman, why is she here now? The Lakota believe her return is tied to an ancient prophecy.
In the next 5 years, she's gonna show us natural disaster and man-made disaster. It's gonna be evil killing evil.
Floyd Hand believes it will begin with great fires. Floods will follow, as well as earthquakes, typhoons, and man-made disasters, pollution and war. The prophecy states the devastation will continue for a full 5 years. But as the onslaught wanes, harmony will prevail, followed by an unprecedented period of world peace.
There is hope. There's not gonna be no end of the world. It's just that we've got to put our minds together as concerning our Mother Earth.
Perhaps not surprisingly, offers to buy the buffalo calf come in daily from such diverse people as media mogul Ted Turner and rock star Ted Nugent.
She's not for sale. She will not leave here. You have to be here and see the effect that this calf has on people, how it changes their lives. Something that is as sacred and holy as what that calf is, you can't put a price on it. That calf was sent here for us to be like a caretaker to it, for all people to come see.
Catholics, Protestants, they've all been here. You'll see rosaries, you'll see everything on the gate. From anything that is very important to them, they will leave on the gate. A lady came to baptize her baby. She put her baby's hand through the fence and held it there, and the calf come right up and put her head right under the baby's hand and stayed there through the whole little ceremony. And when she was all done, she just backed off and she pulled the baby's hand back, and it was just unbelievable.
Unbelievable indeed. Apparently, the miracle calf has already fulfilled one portion of the prophecy, changing colors 4 times, from white to black to red and now yellow.
This is the world-renowned white buffalo, which is not so white anymore.
Yeah. And she's one of these 4. Do you think you can pick her out?
Ladies and gentlemen, there is the star.
I have seen people from all over the world come here. And when they walk away, there's something different about them, which is spiritual awakening. But the message she brought to us is the time has come for us to live through peace, love, and harmony.
Next, authorities need your help to track down a man accused of rape. This story is about a rape survivor. Call her Deidre. Despite her intense trauma, Deidre refuses to let her living nightmare destroy her. She wants to fight back by finding the man who raped her and putting him behind bars. But she cannot do it alone. She needs your help. For years, Deidre lived on New York City's fashionable Upper East Side. It is normally a very expensive area, but Deidre had lucked into a rent-stabilized apartment. Eventually, however, the building was slated to be torn down. As leases ran out, the tenants moved. By early 1992, Deidre was the only tenant left, the only person living in the building, which was badly in need of repair. In the end, it was one of those repairs, a leaky ceiling, that led Deidre to disaster.
Yes, it's me again. Sorry, it's just a mess today. We gotta get it fixed.
The landlord agreed to send someone. He hired a 31-year-old handyman named David Gowes.
When he was first hired, it didn't seem strange at all. It was just somebody else coming in to do some work in the building, that's all.
After Gowes fixed the ceiling, the landlord gave him more work. While Gowes did the repairs, he lived temporarily in a basement apartment.
One night, late at night, I smelled smoke downstairs, and I went running down.
David, are you down there? I smell smoke.
Oh no, I was just cooking soup in a can.
Oh, are you crazy? You could burn the place down.
No,
I said, if you're ever gonna cook again, why don't you come up and ask me if you can borrow a pan, because I really don't want the building to burn down.
March 29th, 1992, 9:30 a.m.
Who is it? Oh, David. I thought you were coming up yesterday to paint the ceiling.
I had other things to do. I couldn't make it. I came up to borrow a frying pan.
Oh, okay, just a second. Here you go. Hey, what are you doing? Is it a joke?
No, it's no joke.
After he raped me, it seemed like he was calmer, but then he got a crazy look in his eye again, and he took an ice pick out of his pocket. I thought for sure that he was going to kill me.
Oh.
Deidre was willing to try anything to save her life. She hit on a desperate ploy.
No, listen, you don't understand. Wait, no, we could be together.
I made him believe that he was my boyfriend. It totally disarmed him. He got really confused about the whole thing.
Here, I have this other money. Take this
Really?
too. Yes, go find those guys. Pay them the money and come back. We'll go for breakfast. We'll be together.
The ploy worked. Gauss claimed he needed money to pay a debt. Deidre gave him all she had. Deidre's call to 911 brought an immediate response.
Calm down, I'm coming right up.
But David Gauss was long gone. At the police station, detectives ran a background check on Gauss. It quickly turned up a long list of previous arrests and felony convictions, including armed robbery, assault, and grand larceny.
Okay, Deidre, now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you a series of 6 pictures, and let me know if you recognize anybody, okay?
It's him.
After we identified David Gauss as the person who raped Deidre, I also contacted other police departments and learned that David Gauss was also wanted for a rape that occurred in Nassau County, Long Island. In that rape, he raped an acquaintance of his, and a warrant was issued for his arrest.
David Gauss has not been seen in 3.5 years. The police currently have no leads, but they fear Gauss will rape again.
Rape is a crime that is usually repeated until they're caught and put away. So there's no doubt in my mind, if David Gauss is not caught, that he will go on doing what he's used to doing, raping women.
It's been 3.5 years and it still affects my life. I don't trust anybody. There's no enjoyment left. I know that he's raping other women, and I know that other lives are being destroyed. I'd like to see him off the streets. I'd like to see him put away forever.
Oh God. I won't.
How's it going? How are you doing? Oh, Walt. Oh, the crap blown out of me. How are you doing? Yeah, that's looking alright. Isn't it?
Yep.
Well, you're doing it. There's water there as well.
Mhm. That's what I mean. I'm like, what the hell is it? As Rufa said, it could be a castle.
That ain't a castle. Hey, kitty. Come on, down. There you go. Hey, Walt, how are you doing? Hope you okay? I need to pull
new garden gate, the next door. The old one got done. We charged up loads of batteries today, all fully charged. That's good.
Yeah, I'm getting there slowly.
Right? There we go. All solar panels are in. Okay, puppy. What do you get? Okay. There we go. Wow. Done that. Higher NC!
Hey!
That
What?
looks like Venice.
Venice.
This is spell checker again, and it's playing up still.
Do you mean that? You mean Venice?
How are you doing? Hope you're doing well, NC. Freaking tired. Yeah, you're supposed to rest on your days off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I keep telling him, and he's moaning about me to rest.
There we go, I can't overeat, so I was up on that roof yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Doing that lead work. Fucking on the roof, fucking doing lead work. Yeah, I know exactly, I'd say. Who's at it all day yesterday? Job's done. Got all that weed killer down. That's all down.
Well, we both were doing the odd jobs.
Yeah. You were putting the ladder for me, weren't you? Or I was up on the roof. Getting that lead work done. Nuisance. But it's done. All done and done properly. Just got to dig out the other lead to do the other side. Fix that, patch that up, and then, you know. This is why I said, because I'm using my lead up on the roof, I'm going to have to buy one of them old cast irons, you know, to weight my kits down, to flatten them. Been cutting grass and weed eating all weekend. I wouldn't like to do all that land you've got. That's the size of South Park, you know, the land, what he's got. Imagine having to mow and strim that. And they use frigging tractors on that park.
Yeah, decent freaking tractors with decent freaking
Cylinder mowers.
cylinder mowers, not like the crap that we see out front here.
Rotary.
Sorry, I'm having a rant. I'm on my period.
And a push mower.
You have a push mower?
You got a push mower for all that?
You do that with the push mower? It's
No, I think he means not a tractor mower. I think he means a petrol mower, but you push it along.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Not a push mower where you go back and forward like we've got.
Not like the one we got, no. Yeah. Which I am going to have to use in the week.
Yeah.
For both ours and... As long... Ah, there, yeah, correct. Petrol mower.
Fucking hell, man. He's got fucking 40 odd acres. Imagine by the time he fucking got halfway through it, it'd be time to start again. Right, cabbage is done. Yeah, I thought he had a petrol mower. I used to have a petrol mower myself, but I broke it. I actually sheared, you know, where the blade locks onto the motor. I actually sheared the drive shaft out of the motor with the blade connected to it.
How the effing hell?
That was a heater mower as well, that was a good make. Yeah, sheared it clean off the blade. The blade, and it took the actual shaft, the drive shaft from the motor, it sheared that as well. Ran over a big stone, well, boulder / stone boulder thing, yeah. You know, I'll go with a bang.
I bet it bloody did.
It was when I got that new house at the back there. And I thought, because the grass was so high, and I just thought, fuck it, go and get a petrol mower, went and bought one, just started. Got about halfway through it and it just went blang. There's a big fucking rock stuck in the ground. Yeah. Yeah. That wasn't covered under the guarantee.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, but when I was little, we had a petrol one, petrol strimmer, and electric ones too. And it's like, it was like a not a jungle as such, but it was a big big garden. I do miss the house, but there you go. Oh.
Putting a fish in here, you'll have fun with that later. Soaking your fish in catnip. Not cat piss, catnip. cook them pork loins in the griddle pan. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll top them with stuffing and put them in the oven. I've done the sweetheart cabbage. I've steamed that down with butter, pepper. Yeah. I'll just do some it's homemade mashed potatoes. Yeah. And baby carrots and peas. Yeah. That's lovely. Thank you for swearing at me, cat. Go on then. Go on then.
Smudgy.
He's grumpy.
Mm.
Yeah. We bought some garden tools, didn't we, for breaking out? Bought a couple of new little tools.
Probably make my life a little easier.
Only for in between paving.
Mm.
For cutting the bloody dandelions and bloody weeds off. Some of these. Like that.
They're garden tools, they're not freaking
They're not knives.
Knives or anything.
They're garden implements. For cutting the weeds out. Dig them out. Cut them out.
Weed whacker.
I mean a strimmer.
No, I'm going to call that a weed whacker.
But you can't because Americans call strimmers weed whackers.
Oh, bugger.
There you go. See how much ammunition they've made from in the factory. Left it running. Oh, it's getting there. Slow going, but well, you've done a lot yesterday. You did a lot on it.
Now it's because I was just pottering away at this puzzle. That's all I was doing it for. Mm. Just all the things that all the things that Mamma mia, mamma mia. Yeah, today not only that I've I'm thinking a lot of things. I got it in my head that I'm a bad person, sort of thing. And it's annoying me because I can't shake it off. Shake it off, shake it off. it. How are you? Okay. That's all I could say is okay. Gonna be a busy week. Yeah, it's not been too bad. It's not been too bad. I'm just not concentrating hard enough. Not like I did yesterday. I did all that yesterday. And today, Mike, it's just don't want to play.
Did it. Hi, Rocket. You're getting there now. Hello. Okay, kitty. You're tired, aren't you? You're tired. You eat your biscuits. The new ones. Yeah. Busy. You see where it's water all the way across. Isn't it? Water, 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 water.
Water-ish.
Water. Kitty, kitty, kitty. We've got nice dinner. Yeah. Cools down tomorrow, doesn't it?
Mm. Finally.
Right. Hello, kitty, kitty cat, kitty cat. Hope you had a good weekend, Rocket. I better not go there. No. No. Alright. Busy. I know me. Been getting shit done. I was doing lead work yesterday on the roofing, but I'm on my 7th day of playing Fallout 4 because I thought I'd give myself a week to play on my computer, which I've not done since last year.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, screw it. I'm not even playing on the new computer. You know? Got to move all them files over, all them videos what we've done. Not done that yet.
Going in town a lot.
Yeah, that as well. This big bastard should keep the gate secure now. Just got to pick a big padlock now. And pick up a decent one. Get a Squire one or something. Or one with an alarm on. Hello? Don't attack me. No. Bugger. Oh. That's what I was saying, it looked tropical with all the vines and plants. Oh, I'm fucking lost, I don't know.
I ain't got a clue. But on that note, I'm gonna call it now.
Okay, Kitty.
Thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you guys later.
Yeah, we'll be about later.
Yeah, I'll be around. So I'll see you guys later on. Lots of love to you all. Take care, everybody. See you in a bit. Bye, everybody.